Good evening and welcome to LUCV's coverage of this FA Youth Cup tie. Leeds United under-18s are in action at Bramall Lane tonight as they take on Sheffield United under-18s, the hosts, who are in their home strip with Leeds in the away jersey this evening. It has been a successful campaign for both at the back. Leeds have kept 2 clean sheets in their first 2 ties, so have Sheffield United, and the starting 11s respectfully trying to get through to the next round without much fuss as well. It's the Blades go with Andrews, Waldron, Horton, Paris, Tahir, Prunty, Okieri, Aston, Blacker, Kiwomya, Cummings and Francis. And the bench for Matthew Thorpe is Blaze, Hewiston, Long, Colachin, Howard, Cuthbert and Sadibi. As for Rob Etherington, he has gone with Rory Mahady, then Joe Richards, Dan Tulson, Charlie Crew and Alfie Cresswell, Ruben Lapata-White, Freddie Lane, Rhys Chadwick, Marley Wilson, Max McFadden and Josh McDonald. And the bench is Owen Granger, Louis Dudley, Joe Billett, Elton Simo, Oliver Pickles, Jack Morris and Lewis Pirrie. Myself, Tom Hill and Ben Parker, as per usual, together for our youth team coverage. And this is a big occasion for Leeds United, already through 2 games, 2 clean sheets. I don't want to be greedy, Ben, but can we make it 3rd time lucky? Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening to you, Tom, and good evening to everyone listening in and watching in what's going to be a big game. As you mentioned, it's very prestigious, as we know, the FA Youth Cup, but round 5 and getting into the next round where potentially it's a mouth-watering tie on their hands. And it's a game where the players will look back on it and think these are the kind of games you want to be a part of. I know from my experience, the FA Youth Cup, you build yourself up and you get really nervous for them, even though some of the boys we'll see tonight, even the man in picture, Max McFadden, plenty of experience with the under-21s, but they know what's at stake, and playing against the Sheffield United team at Bramall Lane, they'll know a difficult outfit in terms of energy, giving 100%, but today is all about, and tonight, what we can do. Can we stamp our authority on this game? Can we get our attacking players into goal scoring positions they've proven so far in this competition that they can find back of the net? Yeah,
let's hope for a good night at the office tonight for this young group of Leeds United under 18s as they get underway away from home. Sheffield United, no doubt, be itching to put the pressure on right from the outset. So they're playing respective different divisions because Leeds United are higher up in the food chain in that respect. They play in the Premier League North standings, and for Sheffield United it's the Premier League Under-18 Professional Development League. But there will be no sign of Sheffield United giving up any territory. It's a local rivalry, Ben, as well, which adds to the spice of the tie. And just inside the first few minutes, we've already seen Sheffield United power home that pressure and force Rory Mahady into a panicked clearance, which the Blades are on the attack straight away, and the ball won back by Alfie Cresswell, who was a goal scorer in that last tie against Brighton. Leeds lose possession. The Blades go back to their own goalkeeper in Ryan Andrews, and it's been a bit of a helter-skelter start, but no midfield composure and build-up play. Both teams going for width and attack straight from the off.
Yeah, and that's to be expected. As you mentioned, both teams trying to find each other out, feel a way into the game, and hopefully the more experienced players, as we mentioned, we've seen even the man in the picture again, Dan Tulson, with the under-21s recently. So you look to them type of players to have that experience, bring it down to the FA Youth Cup, help the more younger members settle into the game.
Yeah, Leeds just knocking the ball around the back 4, trying to get a bit of space. Richards smothered as he tried to get away. Lapata-White drops in to help out. He'll be partnered by Cresswell in defence. And it will be Crew sitting in midfield alongside Chadwick. Leeds getting their foot on the ball for the first time in the match. It is Chadwick putting the pressure on, but well dealt with by Zayn Tahir. And the Blades go long with Lapata-White winning the header, and he will go to Richards, who was told to go backwards. It doesn't matter anyway. He will win his team a free kick. But straight away, you can see the pressure is intense from tonight's hosts. right in the faces. That's not the first time they've got at Richards, and it's all about Ben settling into rhythm and just, you know, a team that are bang up for it. They're at home, not giving them anything to get excited about. There's something to get excited about here for Leeds as Wilson picks out the pass towards Lane. Can he get it under control? He can. Takes it from the keeper. Now a back heel to Wilson. The goal at his mercy, but a couple of players in his way. And Sheffield United scramble across. It will be a corner.
Almost nearly the perfect start. It's just a ball over the top, but the two runners getting onto it. You see Wilson first to react in the end, but goalkeeper's fighting back. The defender's getting in the way. Nearly end. Freddie Lane's got an opportunity, back to Wilson. Too many bodies in the way, but as I mentioned, almost the perfect start there, Tom.
Yeah, corner for Leeds inside the first 4 minutes is a sign of a positive start. All the way over the top and behind, and not going to trouble anybody in the defence. Max McFadden getting his bearings wrong with that one. So Leeds beat Norwich 2-0 away from home in the first round. Wilson and Tulson getting the goals. Then McFadden, the man in picture there, taking that corner, scored twice against Brighton. That was on the 20th of January. Followed up by goals, another one from Wilson, and Cresswell getting in on the act. Sheffield United have kept 2 clean sheets in their wins over Cheltenham Town and Wimbledon, and it is Billy Blacker that has got both winning goals in those ties. So if the history has anything, or the data tells us anything, these two are built on solid foundations in this competition at least, because Sheffield United 7th in the Premier League professional development setup, and Leeds are in a similar position. Scrappy in midfield for now, as the two players in fluorescent boots for Leeds, Crew and Chadwick digging in. Richards having to get back goal side, which he does, and he backheels, or tries to overhead kick the ball away, ends up kicking it the other direction, but he got a nudge as he went to ground, Ben, so it will be a Sheffield United corner. Yeah,
they're not ideal situations for a full-back, the ball over top of you. Running back the way, does well just to get a bit of contact on. Yeah, all right. Gone out for a...
Yeah, Richards played in that game against Norwich. He was impressive on that night, got a card, but managed the situation well. He'll be part of this defensive unit that has to deal with this corner. Simple header away for Tulson, who's in at left back tonight. Has played 21s football as a centre midfielder. Played left back against Chelsea last time out in the Premier League Cup, as Marley Wilson wins a free kick. And just shows you the progression and similarities between the 18 and 21s this year, that we have got a few players that have played for both. Charlie Crew, Marley Wilson, and Marley Wilson getting his first goal as well the other night against Chelsea, so congratulations to him. But a real hitman at this level, Ben, under 18s football. There's a reason why he's got his 21s chance, and that is because he's doing the business for this group.
Yeah, and even catch your mind back probably 18 months ago, he was in and around the first team setup as well, but he's had a frustrating time. A couple of injuries has picked up along the way, and look, that's part of your learning development and knowing how to deal with the little setbacks. But he's had the great response, and is one of them strikers, all action. We saw Mateo Joseph last night, didn't we, for the first team, and we've seen him at under 21 level, all action as well. So it's a great pathway for young players, young strikers, and get the chance, go and take it with both hands.
Richards goes back to Lapata White. Mahidi under pressure once again. A mistake from Leeds. Misplaced pass from Cresswell out of defence. They will try and counter here, Sheffield United, and punish Leeds, but Lapata White got across. A block comes in from Tulson, and it will be another corner. Home crowd try to make a little bit of noise just to try and unsettle Leeds from this set piece. Ball right underneath the head of Cresswell. Gets up once, but needs a second clearance. And the man delivering that was Lapata White. And yeah, those home fans with the distractions just as Leeds are about to head that ball away. wasn't fully dealt with at first, but in the end cleared as Mackay Horton Paris, the Welshman, lobs the ball in from the throw. Well intercepted by Chadwick. Lane dived in, but the referee was happy to play on, much to the disgust of the home players who were screaming in frustration. Tolson goes wide to McDonald. McDonald decided to do the hardest thing of all, and rather than go backwards for a safe pass, he took them on himself, and he's still going. Really determined run from the Leeds number 11. He'll run out of wriggle room now, but bit naughty, the Sheffield United player tried to push him over the hoardings, and it's that little bit of grit, though, isn't it, in a game that's a rivalry. And probably the defender frustrated that he'd watched McDonald take 3 of his teammates on for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a good run. Certainly brought us up the pitch. He always just felt he wasn't quite in control, McDonald, but he's got pace to burn. He's got a goal in his locker. He's very creative out on that side. He'll try and drift in as well, link up with Wilson as a striker. So we've got both threats on both wings. It's good and important to try and use and stretch the pitch as much as possible, and then it's over to your creative players to produce something.
Yeah, header away by Cresswell. Tolson was just trying to steer it forward. Chadwick is caught. He did well there to just flick it with the boot and make sure the contact was coming, and his back 5 for the Blades is helping their cause. It's going to be a tough night for Wilson in that respect. So the wingers are tucking in. That is Sam Aston and Marshall Francis. And then the wing backs supporting. So it's nothing that Marley Wilson wouldn't have seen before, but you do often think nowadays in the modern game, Ben, that it's going to be 4-2-3-1 every time you look at a team sheet, as Lapata White is bundled to the floor. But there's no lack of effort here from the Blades. Certainly become a physical outfit from the outset, and Leeds having to try and manage not only the contact but their mentality as a result, as the ball's played forward to Wilson. Keeper was a little bit quick to come off his line. Wilson, as a result, was happy to shoot, landed awkwardly there, and he's in some discomfort, which we hope is something he can shake off. He's in pain. He went for it. Had every right to, Ben, because from Richards' pass, the keeper was panicked, clearly, but as he's maybe gone for it, just twisted the ankle, maybe in the turf. It's a painful one. I know that's it. The Sheffield United player's landed on his foot. As he's come across him, he's just stood on the top of the ankle, lower shin. That's why he's in pain.
And that is exactly why he's in pain. You're right. We don't need to be medical experts. We're far from that, aren't we, Tom? But it's the second occasion we've just utilised that long, I won't call it a ball, it's a long pass. And it doesn't matter if you're a back 3 or a back 5. Back 4, sometimes like Sheffield United might mix between. If you've got that willing running, you time the run correct, the passes, it's just into a good area. It's not going to go through to the goalkeeper. It'll cause Sheffield United some trouble tonight, will Marley Wilson.
Yeah, fingers crossed that he's good to go as quickly as possible as the Blades get the game rolling again. Down the right hand side to striker Noah Kiwomya. They want a corner, they get their corner, even though Cresswell will appeal on the edge of the box. So 11 minutes in, and a relatively low-key start, I think is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I think from Sheffield United's point of view, this is the 3rd corner they've had, so certainly a team who's trying to get up the pitch, force some sort of error, but then you flip it around, we've had plenty of possession, as we mentioned, those 2 occasions with Wilson getting behind, so it's a bit like a chess match at the moment.
The high hanging corner. Cresswell was underneath it, as was a Sheffield United defender, and the 2 centre-halves pat each other on the chest to try and at least appreciate each other's work, because it was a decent opportunity for Jayden Prunty. He just got underneath the ball. That was the presence of Cresswell that forced him to do it, and it will still go down as a half chance, though, as Roy Mahady has inspected the ball and has asked for a new one at Bramall Lane in Sheffield. So Leeds' last 5, 3 wins, 2 defeats, losing last time out. But in that, Norwich, Blackburn and Brighton all beaten. As for Norwich, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss in all competitions. That loss coming to Birmingham. Over the top ball. It won't reach Lane, but it will reach Wilson, who squares it. Nutmeg. And now Lane is free. Tries to cut the ball back. Did so, but via a deflection. That's allowed the Blades to get back and concede for a throw. But we are liking this over the top into the gaps ball to Wilson, which has worked 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and sooner or later you'd expect Sheffield United to just drop off, give themselves an extra 10 yards, and when that does happen, your likes of Max McFadden comes into play, Charlie Crew, the technical players in the middle of the park. So it's a good technical, tactical contest at the moment, and one where just trying to create those little different answers and different pitches when we're on the ball.
Richards to Chadwick, and Nutmeg again. Lane felt he was offside. Chadwick had kicked it too far in front anyway, but if we're going to try and showboat, 2 nutmegs in the last few minutes from Leeds, bit of confidence out there. I think the main thing as well is we haven't really tested Ryan Andrews in the Sheffield United goal, but the same can be said for Rory Mahady. Are either manager that disappointed after the first 15? No,
I think from Rob Everington's point of view, you're the away team, you come into a Premier League ground, it's a big pitch, Bramall Lane as well. He'll be happy that the players have shown no nerves. They've tried to play the football. Unlucky, just trying to force the pass in behind again.
Yeah, Cresswell will have to do some running tonight. He has already had to chase down Noah Kiwomya on several occasions, because that's the tactics for the Blades. They try to play the ball into the channel in behind, stretch Leeds, try and turn something over in that respect, but every time they have, Rory Mahady has had the ball played back to him and smashed it long downfield. There's a throw here for the hosts. Crew and Toulson trying to get the block in. Eventually Crew does. Here is McDonald. Tried to squeeze it in through to McFadden. Kiwomya dispossessed by Toulson straight away. Cresswell, feeling that pressure from behind, decided to go long. Now into Prunty. Okieri. And now with Waldron. The Blades have so far heavily favoured the right-hand side for attacks. As Cresswell clears, gets a decent bit of power on that and allows Leeds to push further downfield. Everybody's set for Leeds from this throw, where Waldron has just been positioned where he can take it. The skipper aiming for the 1-2, and he's managed to at least get towards it, and he's rode the challenge of Cresswell into the area. Richards heads clear. Good point. Oh, good position, should I say, for him, because there was a couple of players lurking in behind, like there is here for Waldron, but that pass overhit, and Leeds riding their luck a little bit there on that occasion, but it could have gone a little bit different for them.
Yeah, and they just didn't quite clear his lines from the initial throw from Sheffield United, but you're right with Richards, his position was spot on, had to be, had a body in front of him, an attacker behind as well, and sometimes it's not a gamble, but you just got to try and position where the ball's going to be, got it spot on.
Up towards Wilson. Leeds wrestle it away with Chadwick out to Lane. Richards bursting on the inside on the underlapping run. Not used by Lane, but he does pick out Crew. Now to Toulson, very capable left back of carrying the ball forward. Centre midfield for the 21s, left back for the 21s, so he's got that durability. For a change, Leeds are just trying to tick things over and keep hold of possession. Here is Crew to Chadwick. Played wide towards Richards. He's offside. He kept it in play, but there's a little bit better. Ben, there was more patience. There was more tactical passing. Clearly what they're trying to do is work on training ground routines they've had. They've studied Sheffield United. And it has been a little bit scrappy in parts, so that was possibly the first time we've seen a bit of composure from Leeds. Sadly, the offside flag denied them.
Yeah, and it's no surprise Charlie Crew was the one to just get things ticking over. We've seen him plenty of times do that at the under 21 level, and yeah, sometimes it just might take a little bit longer trying to let the game settle down, utilise Charlie Crew, and when it starts ticking, they'll get the team moving as well.
Clearance from Andrews. Wilson was the one putting him under pressure. Chadwick jumped high. Maybe too early, but a great leap as Richards very clear pull on the shirt. He's trying to protest, but when you could see it nearly coming off the back of Marshall Francis, there wasn't much the referee could do. Richards jumps up. It will be a Sheffield United throw. Not one but two blocks from Freddie Lane. McFadden misses the ball into the area. Coming to the rescue was Charlie Crew. Chadwick flicks it away from danger for now. Not once but twice. Jumps up. McDonald beaten in the air. This is the sort of game Sheffield United want. Cresswell will relish it as well. He heads clear. As Waldron tries to get out there to get past Tulson. Try to stand him up. The cross will eventually get in the area. Cresswell heads once again away from trouble. I mentioned earlier about him having his work cut out on the ground, running behind and watching the channel in behind his left shoulder. Several occasions there, Ben. He had to get up high and lead by example, and on that occasion falling into the trap that Sheffield United want.
Yeah, we saw not too long ago about Richards being in good position. This time it's the centre halves. You can see what Sheffield United are trying to do, whether it's from forcing the corner kicks or from out wide, getting the balls early into the box. So defensively, body shape is important, getting into the right position. You have to say, 20 minutes so far we've played, the defenders have done the job so far.
Here is Crew. To Tulson. Further wide to McDonald. Chadwick just drops in. Went for the pass to McFadden. Intercepted. And the Blades can come away with it. Early ball forward. Richards spotted that. Allowing Crew to pick his pass. He went for the McDonald run. Okiri heads away and passes it into the path of Zayn Tahir. Again, a route one clearance from the Blades. That's clearly their idea. And if you've been eagle-eyed enough, you'll realise the number 9 hasn't really strayed away from both centre-backs. That's because they need an out ball. And he will provide it as long as he's on the pitch, the number 9, Noah Kiwomya. Not for the first time, McDonald gets away from his marker with a bit of trickery. Tulson back. And there is Cresswell. Slowly seeing the odd example, Ben, of Leeds just try to show their class on the ball. Rather than force the pass, there's a few more of the experienced players. Tulson try to go back. Crew anchoring the midfield will try and do that, and now he sprays the ball wide. It's hit with some power, but that's allowed Richards to attack it. Sorry, Lane to attack it first time. Lane back on the inside. He's got Chadwick behind. He's also got McFadden. He might not need any of them. Still going Lane. Tremendous footwork. Still in possession. Back to Wilson. Doesn't hit it cleanly enough, and that's allowed Sheffield United to clear, but the Blades really distant there in their marking. And just putting everybody behind the ball in the box as the threaded ball through has become a little bit hit and hope from Sheffield United. And you would perhaps feel if they had a little bit more confidence in possession, they could have caused more problems. Marshall Francis now has forced that pass one too many times. But some good trickery from Lane. We'll get Ben's thoughts in a second as Chadwick was looking for McDonald behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, going back to Freddie Lane's kind of half opportunity. Great pass from Charlie Crew. Good build-up play. Patient it was. You can see just backing into the penalty area. Defenders can't touch him. He's just trying to find that half a yard on his strong left foot. Kept on working it left to right. Ball eventually came to Wilson, dragged his effort, but good build, like patient, and that's what you're going to need more of. And I think that's why Rob Everington from the sidelines, he'll be happy so far what he has seen.
Yeah, the Blades get the ball back in the middle of the park. Running through, Richards having a nibble. Penalty appeals, very faint. Lapata White going into the challenge. Good run forward from the man that's got both goals in the competition for Sheffield United, Billy Blacker. But Leeds scrambled across and had the bodies in the way. Coincidentally, it is a home tie in an FA Cup. Youth Cup this time.
What's one of those?
If we get through tonight, we won't talk about it too much because we don't want to jinx it, but it will be Liverpool because it was Liverpool or Fulham and they beat the Cottagers 3-0. But yeah, I had to check it, and I checked it again and then again, and it does say at home. And Leeds still have work to do to get to that stage. Of course, they've got to take the lead, but this is a Sheffield United team that at home against a local rival will not be lying down, even if the scoreline is against them. You feel just the way they've played this game, bit of a, not say aggressive, but they've got that competitive edge. A few players leaving the shoulder barge in there when the ball's gone out of play. It's that competitive nature. Why we're at 0-0 after the first 25 minutes. Richards to Crew. I'm back again. Crew. Perfectly weighted to Lane. Big opportunity for Leeds. Keeper saves. He has another go at it. It will be a goal kick. Tremendous over the top pass from Charlie Crew. Perfectly weighted into the path of Lane, who had the keeper to Andrews to beat. Good first save. Kept himself big. He could have poked it in, but maybe, if we're going to be picky, he went with the wrong foot on the second time of asking. Yeah,
Charlie Crew was just starting to dominate this game. Middle of the park. What a lovely little ball over the top for Freddie Lane. We saw him previously trying to get back onto his left foot. Made the right option, taking it almost first time with his right. Fortunately, just straight at the goalkeeper. But just another sign that we're just starting to have more domination with the ball, creating more chances.
Yeah, Crew picks out Tulson, who goes to McDonald, who returns the favour down the line, but Tulson's just been out-muscled. He will slide in, and it's just the ability to try and at least win his team a corner. He's trying to explain that as well as the captain. He's got every right to go for that. Sheffield United are appealing, weirdly, that Seth Okieri is doing so when he tried to push McDonald over the hoardings earlier. But a spirited display. But yeah, what a pass from Charlie Crew. A perfect lob. Wish my golf game was as good as that, but I'll have to try and see if he can do it and help me. As here is Lane. Chadwick, offside shouts from Sheffield United, ignored by the officials. Chadwick still going into Wilson, who's got a bit of space. Just let his footwork get away from him. But that was a small pocket for a striker who, in those areas, is normally so deadly. Issue is, Ben, that any mistouch, he had three defenders just in his face instantly.
Yeah, that was the difficulty. Unfortunately, just got crowded out. But again, patient build-up. We're just making the right options on the ball, and sometimes a simple pass is the right option. Yeah, you'll see things where you can try and play that 30, 40-yard pass over the top. If it comes off, great. But the percentage balls, sometimes the best ones, and it just might draw someone out of shape on the opposition. When that does happen, it's having the kind of knowledge and awareness then to find the spare man in space.
Crew. Pass given away, but McFadden will battle back. Sheffield United do the exact same thing, and this is that sort of challenge to Will Reddish. Players are flying into each other. Rob Etherington asking for a free kick on Chadwick. On McFadden, sorry. Chadwick trying to win it back. And the Blades rolling up their sleeves. Sam Aston Out towards Waldron. It's a missed hit pass. And now it's Leeds' turn to show that physical edge. And as you say, Cresswell is just double checking that Akiri is okay, but no love lost, Ben. There's rightly so.
Well, if you're going to dish it out, you're going to have to take a little bit as well.
Blacker out wide to Akiri. Up out to White, back out to Blacker. This time Richards will clear. Bit of time here for the Blaze to come forward. Taken forward by Prunty. He gets the deflected rebound as it comes out towards Horton Paris. And he's stopped. Well worked by Lane, who has shown flashes at the other end of the pitch, this time digging in for some defensive work.
Yeah, and that'll please Rob Everington on the touchline, because he's the type of player, is Lane, where you want him in the final third. But modern day wingers now, I played with a couple of lazy ones. I'm not going to dig them out, but you have to do your defensive duties, and did it very well there, did Lane.
Taken short the set piece. Nearly half an hour gone at Bramall Lane. Aston's ball in. The part of White going up for it. Header from the Blades behind for a goal kick. That was Tahir putting his head towards the ball. Sadly for Sheffield United, great news for us, it was White. 0-0 it remains. If you're just joining us here on LUTV coverage of this FA Youth Cup tie, the winner will play Liverpool at home. He's taking a risk or two. Crew try to Cruyff turn his way out of trouble. Wins it back and apologises with the best way possible. Then plays a pinpoint pass to Chadwick, who tries to then spread the play to McDonald. Does so. Tulson's on his way on the overlap. McDonald inside to McFadden. Needs the shout. And this is where Leeds just oozing a bit of quality. When they've got that space, the communication's on the money. As Mahady perhaps getting slightly bored in goal. There's one thing for certain, he won't have to deal with the conditions Melly had to deal with last night. It's just not fair for it to be that windy when a goalkeeper is in goal. As here is Richards. Although they do say, don't they, that goalkeepers are that crazy that they'd probably enjoy it.
In a weird
way.
Weird way. Yes.
Here is Lane on the attack. Step overs helping him get a bit of space. McFadden digs the cross out. A poor one to Wilson to have a go. Crew, though, picks his spot on his so-called weaker foot. Pings a shot towards the far corner. It is wide, but as a first purchase on a left-footed shot, I don't think that's that bad from where Charlie Crew was.
I think the goalkeeper was a bit unsighted as well. He was just very confident that it was always drifting wide. But good first touch just to set himself up. The space was there. As you mentioned, it was on his weaker left foot, but why not have an effort?
Decent enough gap between Wilson and the rest of the Leeds midfield, so Sheffield United beat the press with ease. Up towards Waldron, Tulson is beaten. Sheffield United settle for the throw. Waldron again, wrong cross. Perhaps to the near post was the better option, low and hard. And of course, we get the hindsight, the better view, as that is a pullback. And the referee may have a word here with Ethan Cummings. Is that going to be a final warning? That is the case. My sign language, body language skills tell me I can understand that there's no need for a card. I mean, I know the new rules are that they're trying to be a bit more aggressive with that, Ben, but I mean, Richards wasn't exactly flying down the wing. I think if he'd have been another few metres and no other player in front, the card would have been dished, as the ball's forward here for Wilson to chase, under pressure defensively, and Ryan Andrews clears for territory. But it's once again an area where Leeds are not scared to go. If they can't play it short, a long ball over the top is the aim of the day. It's been a good tussle up top, and by the look of Mally Wilson licking his lips there, he's enjoying that, and I think he feels he's going to get the better of it.
Yeah, and there are a little bit of afters with Mally Wilson and the Sheffield United defender. You like to see that, and he's happy because, not for not getting the ball, but he knows there's the space there, and being a striker, the way he plays, he'll love to see the space there all night. And if Sheffield United aren't going to drop off defensively, happy days for him.
McDonald gives away a free kick. Okieri getting to the ball first, according to the official. This will give Sheffield United the chance to perhaps send forward their 3 centre-backs. Toulson, as captain, will feel he's got the right to protest and ask for an explanation. He's getting it, but I think it might be because the referee feels he's spoken out of turn. And you can tell by McDonald's expression that he feels he's done nothing wrong. Toulson had another view of it as well. Regardless of anyone complaining, it doesn't matter. Aston now has the ball down for this Sheffield United free kick. Good header away from Crew. Mally Wilson tried to get to it. Blacker, Lane unlucky, put the challenge in, didn't get the ricochet. Richards racing across, good work from him. And Okieri again just try to be a little bit annoying, pulled him back on the other shoulder, just try to wind the players up, and clearly it's tactics deployed by the Sheffield United coaching team that it could be their way of levelling matters. If they can frustrate the visitors, get them wound up, get them carded. So far for Leeds, though, nobody biting as Mally Wilson takes it away. Tremendous feat. Goes to ground. Good challenge in fairness, and Chadwick flies him. And it's a very old-fashioned cup tie. The pitch a little bit patchy to say the least, especially in the dugouts. It's a cold night. It's supposed to snow. Challenges are flying in, and goals are at a premium. It's not a bad tie at all.
Not at all, and it's 2 different styles. By all means, Sheffield United aren't really direct, but they've been trying to get the ball into the box every opportunity. We're more methodical, trying to build up through the lines. And it's making, it's a good contest. Obviously, no goals to show as of yet. You're just hoping as the game goes on where defenders get tired, players switch off in the midfield areas. That's where our quality hopefully can capitalise on that.
Goal kick given, and Leeds were looking like they were going to rush, but decided against it. Lapata White back to Richards, and back again. Risky pass, but Mahady just flicked it away with the boot as Cresswell comes away with it. Out to Toulson, bit of space for the left back. Goes back though to Cresswell. Crew gesturing with his hands where he thinks they should go with it, and it's a slow enough tempo to the game. It's not. It gets competitive when it gets into the middle of the park, Ben, but Leeds are not that under pressure at times. There's a mix-up of the tempo as Leeds get a free kick, and as patience as they may get, I think Sheffield United are waiting for a mistake as well, aren't they? They're not trying to rush in. They're standoffish as well. Tactically, it's a good watch, but as you say, we're quite used to watching the 18s, the 21s play against a team that for the same ethos, the same ideas. This is a little bit different, a bit more physical. Your favourite word, development. You learn about playing against a team that are a little bit different to you, and so far Leeds are having to deal with that as we speak, as we wait for the delivery to come in from McFadden. It's a poor one. As Leeds were trying to put pressure on the early goal kick because that's been launched towards Kiwomya. Richards there, so is Chadwick. It will be a free kick. That's exactly what the Blades want.
Yeah, it's just gone from a dangerous situation for themselves, long ball up pitch, and a dangerous free kick for Sheffield United. And it's these occasions where, as a young player, you just know how to hold the player up. As danger came in there, just gets a little nick and goes in behind. First real danger moment for Sheffield United.
Yeah, important touch. Corner to come. And that early free kick taken. Crew was just trying to deal with it and take it away. Another looping ball, and Mahady with a effective save. A camera save, I think they call it in some parts. But all I care is, and I'm sure all he cares about, is it's not in the back of the net. As here is Blacker. Wide to the right-hand side. Waldron tucking in as the right back. Ball into the box. This is not where Leeds want to be. They've got nearly everybody behind the ball as Waldron puts another ball into the box, headed away by Cresswell. What a commanding centre-half header that was. Wilson needed to get rid of the ball to Waldron with Kim coming. He'll need to be quick here again. He flies in, he wins the ball. Mally Wilson is not a stranger to putting himself about as a forward. There's a free kick there. You just wanted Wilson to release that pass. Once he took the touch, Sheffield United were in, and they're the fine margins we've had so far.
Yeah, he just needs to realise that he doesn't have to do all the work himself. We're seeing that he can do it at times, but if you've got a runner on your right-hand side who's into space, again, goes back to just making the simple, correct decision at the right time.
Here's Richards. Laparta White. McFadden to Tolson. Took him up a little bit higher at the pitch, which is where Leeds would like him. Richards is touched with a chest into the path of Orton Paris, but he will win Leeds a throw by some relentless pressurising. Quickly taken to Crew. Ben's words earlier, Charlie Crew starting to run this game. You can see the development he's had at 21. He just looks so much relaxed on the ball as Lane puts the ball in. Wilson with an air kick. Tolson brings it under control. Cresswell again further wide. Richards, good feet from McFadden, gets away, went for goal. Richards unable to get to it. That's gone for a corner. The lovely footwork. Leeds have got a set piece.
Yeah, it was. Worked it really well again. Max McFadden gets that little half yard of space. Did have Richards on his right hand side. Opted to have the shot himself, forced the corner.
Wanted to take the corner when he was set, but the referee has got an issue in the penalty area, so McFadden will wait. The issue's persisting, and the tempers have just gone over the top a little bit. Mally Wilson is pleading his innocence. The Sheffield United players are trying to calm things down and play peacemaker. In fairness, is Jadon Prunty. He's trying to talk to both players that he was involved with. They're all hugging. That's nice.
Looks all friendly there.
And then they're about to go do the exact same thing to each other right now. Wilson sets off an early run. Sheffield United's players are not only swarming the 6-yard box, but they'll also wait on the edge of the area. So, interesting set piece this. McFadden waiting for the instructions. Now gets the go ahead. Just a little bit more on that. And I think Lane could have been reacting to it at the far post as Laparta White gets a touch further wide to McFadden. He turns past Blacker into Chadwick, now to Crew. Crew was looking to flick it over the top, and now Leeds is forced to reset and go back. 42 minutes gone. Laporta White. Down the line to Richards. Chadwick on his inside. Richards going alone. That's what Sheffield United wanted him to do on that occasion. They dived in early. It will be a throw into Leeds. A little bit better on the pressure front. Leeds are actually on top as we end this first half. Joe Richards showing the more attacking side of his game in the last few minutes. Allows a teammate to take the throw as Ruben Laporta White gets hold. Back to Rory Mahady. Tulson, back to McFadden. Back to the goalkeeper. Acting as that third centre half. White to Richards. The Leeds have had a lot of the ball in the last few minutes. Just forced a pass on that occasion. Laporta White, as cool as you like with the original touch, and then smashed it into the feet of Joe Richards. That wasn't the plan, of course. He was looking to go further down the line. Richards couldn't get out of the way. With a minute left, just that final third, Ben, quality lacking a little bit from both teams, and we will expect half-time team talks to improve it for both as well.
Yeah, it's just about keeping your patience as well. Hopefully that will come longer the game goes on, but it's these final moments of the half where concentration levels are so key. You don't want to be conceding these moments, so it's important to stay switched on.
Oh, great work from Wilson. Holds up the ball. Great vision. Tried to squeeze it through. He just got the execution wrong. Into McDonald's feet was the pass. But that's why he's so effective. He's strong. He's got the feet. And just one pass that he got his bearings wrong. But you could see just what he brings to the party as a striker. The defenders had no idea what he was doing with the ball.
Yeah, it makes the difficult look so easy at times. That little turn and spin. Superb. When he just looked like he had nowhere to go.
Crew wants a throw, doesn't get it. Should get a minute or two stoppage time. Of course, Molly Wilson went to ground with a lower leg injury. Thankfully, he got rid of that quite quickly. We've had the hugs and the disagreements from the last corner, so it'll be no surprise to see 2 minutes go up at Bramall Lane. With Waldron. The corner will be given towards Leeds. Just a 1 minute, in fact. And you'd like to feel it's the set piece to defend, and that will be that. Looping ball to the far post. Great hands from Mahady. Perfect touch from a goalkeeper. He's suggesting that he wants a last-minute counter-attack. Into Chadwick. Lack of width on the right for Leeds, so they have to go backwards. That is the end of what has been a very, very close first half in the FA Youth Cup between Sheffield United under-18s and Leeds United. At half-time at Bramall Lane, it is goalless. Welcome back then to LUTV's coverage. FA Youth Cup, Sheffield United 0, Leeds United under-18s 0 at Bramall Lane as we wait for the second half to get underway. I'd love to tell you about the boatload of chances we had, but few and far between. Freddie Lane had a couple of efforts at the near post, Marley Wilson likewise, but it was quite a cagey game. And I did say throughout the first half, the stats so far in this competition had proven that defences were solid. Leeds have had 2 wins, 2 clean sheets. Sheffield United have had 2 wins, 2 clean sheets. Albeit the Blades have played, I guess, lesser opposition, no offence to those clubs, in the academy structure in Cheltenham and Wimbledon. But 1-0 wins are 1-0 wins. And this game has the feel this might be cagey and tight. I'll get you the team in a second because the Blades are on the attack, not for very long. Good challenge, and a free kick's going to be given here because Ruben Lapata-White flew in one too many times. So the Blades go with Andrews, Waldron, Horton Paris, Tahir, Prunty, Okeri, Aston, Blacker, Kiwomya, Cummings and Francis. Leeds, Mahady, Richards, Tulson, Crew, Cresswell, Lapata-White, Lane, Chadwick, Wilson, McFadden and McDonald. Myself, Tom Hill and Ben Parker are with you tonight, and we'll be here until the very end. We hope it's for another 45 minutes. Could be a bit longer, as Aston takes Sheffield United's free kick. A poor one, to say the least. Leeds pushing out. Have work to do, though, still. No way forward for Aston to cross, so back into defence. So, if you were going to be guessing Rob Etherington's team talk, you'd like to think it's just that final third where Leeds were looking to tighten up. Everywhere else quite solid and compact, just like that with Cresswell reading the flight of the ball and heading away as McDonald comes away down the left-hand side. But yeah, it's just one area of the pitch, Ben. Sadly, it's the most important area of the pitch when you try to win a football match. But positive team talk, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I think the pleasing thing would be that we break away for the chance here straight at Rory Mahady. It's about being solid and having that structure to go and build upon. And we've had that in the first half. Sheffield United have started the second half a lot brighter than we have first couple of minutes into it. But it's important we keep solid, we keep disciplined. We know we've got match winners in the team, and we've seen already in the FA Youth Cup second half period, that's when the goals have come. Fingers crossed that'll happen tonight.
Lapata-White with a header. Offside against Sheffield United. So Leeds beating Norwich 2-0 in the first round, Brighton 4-0 in the second. Wilson has 2 goals, McFadden has 2 goals, Cresswell and Tulson with 1 apiece. We hope for a second half of goals, chances for Leeds. We wait to see if that will be the case. Well dealt with by Cresswell. Everything thrown at Alfie Cresswell so far he has dealt with. It's the Blades that have started the second half the better of the two teams, though. Waldron gets it through to Okeri. Chadwick was just trying to play it into the free space. Strong challenge cheered as Jaden Prunty flies in. Leeds will get the throw, but Leeds not got going yet. Commander of the bench: Granger, Dudley, Billett, Simo, Pickles, Morris and Pirrie. Part White. Prunty gets to the header. McFadden. Wilson was asking for it. Chadwick couldn't play it. Bit of a flap of the arms from Wilson because he felt like he was through. Headed away by Okeri. He'll fall to Lapata-White. Nice and composed to Tulson. He instead goes back to Cresswell. Richards waits as long as he can for the ball, and a challenge coming in. Did look like it was from the player that was warned in the first half. It's interesting the referee seemed to say that was the last chance saloon, and yet Ethan Cummings has got away with the chopping challenge on Richards. Maybe you get a chance each half now.
Maybe, but I think the referee's done well tonight. He's tried to let the game flow, letting both sets of players take quick free kicks when it's been on from the right position. We benefit from that time. I just think when the ball goes into Marley Wilson, just got frustrated with himself that the ball got away from him there. Just for him to just kind of relax in a way, because he knows he's got the ability, he's got the pace, he knows where back of the net is. If he just relaxes with it, all that will come together for him.
A throw for the Blades. Throw in to be taken by Mackay Horton Paris. Cummings closest to him. Strong leap forward, only though to throw the ball to Crew. McFadden gets a nudge, tells the referee he feels it should have been a free kick. Chadwick taken out. That's a strong challenge, and Horton Paris will be given a few words of advice here, and you could hear Ben grimace alongside me. One of those where certainly looked worse than it was, thankfully for us.
Yeah, fair play to Chadwick. You'd see a lot of players on them occasions. A few rolls around on the floor, but straight back up.
Mahady. Wilson puts the arm up to perhaps apologise for a lack of a run forward into the hands of Ryan Andrews, the Sheffield United goalkeeper. Horton Paris wins the flick on header. Cresswell again reading the game expertly well. He's now clipped. This scrappy nature for Sheffield United continues. Tulson to McDonald. Into Crew. Doing a bit of the Glenn Kamara upper body movement, try to help himself out. So effective, Charlie Crew, in this first half so far. Labarta White over the top. McFadden's going to chase it, and he is going to keep it alive. Back to Tulson. Only Wilson in the area. Tulson looks up, tries to float it in. He had Lane coming in at the back post. Lane tried to flick it down to Chadwick. The first touch hit him back in the chest. Doesn't go his way. Cresswell again wins the ball back for Leeds. McFadden asking for it in behind his McDonald. Into Wilson. Great body shape to try and hold it up. Sadly for Leeds, cleared away and out for a throw. Better though. Best moment of this second half for Leeds.
Yeah, we're just starting to wake up in this second period. Fair play to Sheffield United. They came out a bit more bright at the start of the second half, but we're starting to find the passing, find the space, find the spare man, whether it's McFadden in the middle of the pitch or it's out wide to a McDonald on this left-hand side.
Here is Sheffield United on the attack. Tulson caught late. Referee plays on. Home fans try to gee up some atmosphere for this young group. Leeds would have got a free kick there. That should be a free kick, and it should be yellow card. Billy Blackett trying to pull back McDonald and doing so successfully. Now the referee just trying to get his bearings, but I mean, he was just trying to assess the first challenge. He's done very well there, referee. He's explained the first, and now he's explained the second, so he's done his job expertly well. And the yellow card is justified.
Yeah, it's the easiest yellow card the referee will give out all season. Blacker just the wrong side. McDonald did his job well, getting his body in front of Blacker there, and just bearing down on the back four of Sheffield United. Yeah,
Blacker, the goal scorer of both of Sheffield United's cup successes so far. 1-0 wins, both coming from Hamers. So, ball forward to Lane. Chadwick running in behind, nearly getting in each other's way. Lane perhaps needed a bit more space. Lays it back to Chadwick. Wilson again was asking for the ball in the area. Lack of service tonight for Marley Wilson, but 5 at the back for Sheffield United. Those midfielders for Leeds are looking up and just seeing a line of red and white shirts. Tulson looking to try and pick out McFadden, dispossessed by Okiri. Cresswell covered by Lapata White, and does so with a right-footed clearance out for a throw.
Yeah, they've done well tonight, haven't they, Creswell? Lapata White still got a big job to do for the rest of the game, but their understanding of one another, positional sense when the balls are coming into the box. They've been a real strong unit as a defensive centre-back partnership tonight.
Cummings nips away. Crew stood on his standing leg, so a free kick to the Blades. This is shooting territory. And Leeds will line up for the wall 10 minutes into the second half, goalless if you are just tuning in to LUTV. And Lapata White orchestrating the wall as Charlie Crew gets annoyed at the presence of Marshall Francis. And again. And he's now joined in. And the referee telling the wall they're in the wrong spot. They were a step further back where they should have been. Goalkeeper is making sure that Tulson is aware of the Francis presence. Aston to take it. Four-man wall braces themselves. Over the top, off the frame of the goal. Good effort from Aston. Mahady was diving to his right. He's trying to suggest he had it covered. Don't think that's the truth. That was a very good effort. And we are a lick of paint away from falling behind.
Yeah, and I think half a yard to the right inside the post. Unfortunately, I don't think Rory Mahady, as much as he's scrambling across the face of the goal, he's going to get onto that. And that's a big warning for us. We know Sheffield United have been trying to get balls into the box, but anything in and around the 18-yard area, don't give silly free kicks away.
Would you like to think that would be a catalyst for an extra burst of energy, Ben?
Yeah, you'd hope so. But again, it's been a very even contest. First half, start of the second half as well. And you're just hoping that one big chance comes our way. And it hasn't so far, but again, as we have said, Tom, patience tonight. It's great when you get the goals like we did down at Brighton in the previous round, as Sheffield United buy another free kick here from the referee in a dangerous situation out wide. But it's the patience, attacking, defending. And Joe Richards just needs to be careful here. Doesn't get a yellow card from the referee.
Referee has his word and just stands to spot this set piece. Leeds ready themselves again. Near post, Mahady shifts his body movement to the right hand side in his way just in time. I think it might be nestling in that far corner. Set pieces where this game is a leveller. Sheffield United are certainly feeling they've got the opportunity. First connection wasn't there, but all the way across the penalty spot, and that could have ended up in danger for Leeds, and that's two set pieces in a row, Ben.
Yeah, it is, and you have to say Rory Mahady tonight has done well. It's not had much to do at all, but that occasion there is just collects the kind of loose ball straight away. Has been proactive, trying to get the ball forward. Even little simple things around the back here where we're building up possession. You're just doing the basics well. That's what you want from a goalkeeper.
Over the top, looking for Chadwick, out for a throw. Richards to take. All the way back to Lapata White. Now to Cresswell. Our mark is upon us. Cresswell to Tulson. To McDonald. Sheffield United are quite happy for the ball to go wide though. Due to the back five, it means the full-back can attack. They've still got three defenders, only marking one centre forward. It's when Leeds have managed to penetrate through the middle is where Sheffield United have looked vulnerable. Here is Richards. Lane trying to peel away. Richards gets past his man. Into the area he goes. Good strength. Can he cut it back? He can't. It's over the head. But Wilson! And it's a tremendous finish from Marley Wilson. Great reactions. Turns it in. Nearly an impossible gap at the near post. Sheffield United 0. Leeds United 1.
And it's Joe Richards who's the architect on the right-hand side from right back. We've seen it in the first half. He's trying to push forward at every opportunity. This time it just gets to the byline. So many bodies in the box. Squirms its way through a crowd of bodies, as we see here. Richards gets to the byline. Can he pick someone out? Just falls to Wilson. And that's what a deadly finisher does. Right place, right time. Great finish. 1-0.
Yeah, really good reactions. And there's a striker's brain in there. Whenever the ball comes anywhere near them, instinct is just get it there by any way possible. And he's an accomplished finisher. He got his first goals with Sayer for the under-21s last week. He'll be a player that will want to feature for that team going forward. Of course, he'll want to be part of this group that can maybe get to a final. It's the most prestigious youth competition at this level, as Tulson is going to be in big trouble here. That's a strong challenge. The Sheffield United players are making their thoughts known. As the captain, he's trying to apologise. It's turned into a bit of a melee, and there's people getting involved. Rory Mahadi's trying to calm it down. The Sheffield United player, we hope, is okay. Ben said earlier about the Billy Blacker having the easiest card the referee will have. We've now got a new candidate. Dan Tulson has just tried to show a bit of authority, really try and hammer home the aggression to take this game to Sheffield United, and he's done so in a wrong way. We hope it's a yellow.
I think he'll be looking to get away with a yellow. I really do. The referee's given himself plenty of time to think about it. Doesn't need to make that challenge as well. An experienced player, captain tonight as well. Doesn't need to rush in. And for the rest of the team to rush in, they're just sticking up for the teammates. I get why they've done that. But something like that can just spark Sheffield United into life. See Rory Mahady. Not sure why he's sprinting to get involved. Shall I say a typical Scots person maybe, but like I say, he's just trying to help out for his teammates. But yeah, Tulson there just needs to calm down. Doesn't need to do that.
It's yellow cards. Jack Waldron, the right back, who was taken out by Tulson. Unless Tulson is going to have a separate talking to the officials going across. So he's still writing in the book about Prunty. No, he's writing quite a detailed set of notes. Mahady gets one as well. So we've got, let's count the numbers. We've got Mahady yellow, Tulson yellow, Jaden Prunty yellow. Waldron was trying to explain how high up the leg it was. Just a side note, Jaden Prunty, what a well-mannered young man. That's the second time he's been involved in some little bit of a disagreement and argy-bargy. And then when it's all calmed down, he apologises. It's quite mature. He's doing it again to Wilson. So it's been played in the right nature. There's no love lost. And then when it all calms down, it's apologies, should not have done that. But I've got, it doesn't take a football expert. Sheffield United are going to be really bored by this. They're going to be out all guns blazing. Leeds have got a big few minutes to handle. Yeah,
to be fair, I can see the reason why Sheffield United, the players, have reacted to the challenge. I'm not saying just an experienced player in Dan Tulson, who's played with the 21s very recently, captain tonight. Just on the occasions, you just know when to try and dive in, make that strong challenge, gets all the players up for it, but then don't be silly, don't, on certain situations, just give that kind of impetus towards the opposition. And that's, the crowd in attendance tonight, they'll get behind their team. The players will still be up for a little bit more than they already have been.
Down the line, Wilson beaten in the air, but the main thing is that Leeds win the throw. .25 minutes left as McFadden. There's a three-pronged attack of pressurising Sheffield United players there. And that pressure has worked. Leeds have given it away. Richards, Lane was flying in, working in numbers here at the home side. Chadwick beaten. Lapata White. Referee pointing in Sheffield United's favour for the throw. I think he has, as you say, Ben, had a good game, the ref. He's given the talkings to when he's felt necessary, but he's let play flow as well. And I want to say the 2 cards he's given. The 4 cards he's given are all justified. Here's Aston with the throw. Crew jumps up. Cresswell gets to it. Penalty appeals. Crew a pull on the shoulder of the Sheffield United player. It was aggressive, but you never know how much the Sheffield United player's just gone to ground easily, as Akiri wins a corner. And as we expected, the Blades have just added a extra bit of oomph to their play. It is still 1-0.
Yeah, they have, and it's these occasions where our young players won't come up against too much in terms of the long throws and then a lot of set pieces having to deal with. And it's where you need the more experienced players, the leaders, even Cresswell at heart of defence, just to keep the players cool, calm, but do your job.
Effort towards goal. Cresswell gets his body in the way. It'll fall into the area. Another shot's coming in. It was Marshall Francis trying to find a way through. Waldron has it. Will go for the old school drying technique. Loft on the ball. Crew turns his back on it towards McDonald. Aston going for it. Slices it wide. Mahady will be in no rush. And there's your example of it. Making the ball boy behind the goal work overtime for the pass he just thrown him.
Yeah, he just needs to be careful as well. The referee was straight onto that. Getting that yellow card, certainly going to be no time wasting from Mahady. Can't afford to do it.
Yeah, long ball forward. Wilson was the target. McDonald gathers the loose clearance. Again, the Blades are flying in. McFadden had a little thought about turning it around the corner. Here's Crew. Over the top to McDonald. He is offside. This is actually a debate I've been having, actually, in the glorious stadium that is Ellen Road when I watch our beloved team, with our fans demanding yellow cards for time wasting. Has a goalkeeper ever been sent off for time wasting?
I've never come across it. I've never played in a game or watched one where I've seen that actually happen, but it runs real danger because it's not got the first yellow card, has it, for time wasting. So
if it's going to be anybody, it would be Leeds to set the trend.
Yes, it's a Leeds thing that would happen. I agree with that.
Here is Tulson trying to get the ball back. Sheffield United on the front foot. Patient defending as Crew just flicks it round the corner. Crew went for a little nibble. The referee spotted that, but the Blades were trying to slow him down. Wilson up to Chadwick. Lane's managed to get a bit of space, but he's under pressure from the defender. He has company though to help him. If he can get the cross in, he can, but it's deflected and it will be behind. That ball did go, but it took no deflection in fact, and it will be a goal kick. And we've seen these little incidents, aren't we? So the Sheffield United player pushed Crew so he couldn't get to a second pass. Crew tried to trip him up. These 4 yellow cards might be getting added to at the minute because I don't think that competitive edge is going to leave. If Sheffield United concede again, they'll be even more frustrated. And of course they try to stamp their authority on this game. At 22 minutes left, Ben, we're quite nicely poised for a bit of a tense finish. I'd like it to be not tense, but here we are.
I think we said last night doing the commentary for the trip down to Plymouth that Leeds United and doing things the hard way. Surely not. But no, this game's far from done by any stretch of imagination. We just got to stay in with a fight. It's going to be a battle towards the end. We've got to stand up to it. 68.5 minutes played, and we've certainly stood up to the challenge, the physical element. One bit of brilliance tonight from both sets of players has been the difference. Hopefully we'll get a second piece of that as well.
Here is McFadden. To Richards. Leeds are just trying to be a bit more patient here. Richards, in theory, could have gone down the line. Didn't need to. That ball had gone. Tulson is aware, of course, as what you mentioned earlier, Ben, about the time wasting. He wasn't carded for that, so kicking the ball away could add to his woes. His coaching staff rightly asked for the throw-in to be taken further, even though he then runs and takes it in his half anyway. Home support cheer on their players. Young crowd hoping to be there one day, of course. It's a game that could inspire. Chadwick, Wilson had gone the other way, so it's just a pass for touch here. And ball appeals against Charlie Crew, ignored by the official. As Jaden Prunty takes it away from Marley Wilson. Cresswell read it well again. That is Tulson. Chadwick gets back in. Important that McDonald did the same, deflected off Crew's head. And Mahady is just going to take a bit of fizz out of Sheffield United's attacks before attacking with a goal kick downfield. Miss hit though. That's given Sheffield United half a chance to come forward yet again. Ball is in the box, 3 of them to be precise, as it's into the area. Didn't know much about it, did Lapata White, and Lapata White gets it clear by the aid of a deflection to a teammate. And Leeds, since taking the lead, pretty much lost the advantage with that Tulson challenge. Ball in, Richards again is in the right place at the right time. As Chadwick can't get his toe to the ball. It's attack versus defence at the moment. Leeds under a bit of pressure. Waldron went for goal and miss hit. Don't think that was intended plan. Thankfully for Leeds, that didn't go as he wanted. Still 0-1.
Yeah, it's a difficult spell at the moment. Yeah, it'll probably stem from the Tulson challenge, but we expected Sheffield United to have a reaction. They're proving it, but we're standing up to the challenge, and that's the impressive thing so far.
Chadwick down the line to Marley Wilson, who stayed onside. Chadwick flies in, wins the challenge, will be a throw. Again, not the first team, but taking plenty of extra touches down the sideline. Sheffield United, just any marginal gain they can get themselves. Cresswell thought he was fouled before Tulson gave that ball away, as Waldron flicks it into the middle. It's to Cummings. Good challenge from Chadwick. Takes it off his toe. Got a kick underneath his boot for his troubles. Crew try to cover. Waldron, it hits Crew again. Cresswell. Defender goes into the challenge. It will be a corner. And Chadwick has had to go to ground here. And Cresswell is asking for a free kick from earlier. This area of the pitch certainly affected by the recent games played on the surface. First team as well, of course. Going to fall to Blacker, who will finish. Third goal in 3 games in the FA Youth Cup for the Sheffield United man, and not the player that Leeds wanted to give any space in those areas. Mahady nowhere near it. Opened up for him, and he didn't take a single second to think about what he wanted to do. 1-1.
And you have to say, Tom, yep, they deserve it on the basis of the pressure they've been putting on last few minutes at least, and was proven kind of one too many set pieces for us to deal with. He just fell on the edge of the box to Blacker. It was a good finish, can't take that away from him, and it's getting back on.
Certainly is. Rob Etherington may be thinking about a change or two. Of course, this is the team he put out to win this tie, so he'll give them as long as he can. But what a strange game. Great game. Really competitive. Been fun to watch. We took the lead. You think, right, here we go. From kick-off, we give away a free kick that annoys every Sheffield United player, fan and coach. We've barely touched the ball since, and now it's 1-1.
That's football. Even more so.
12 minutes.
Yeah, youth team football as well. And It's how you respond. Not going a goal down sometimes. When you go a goal ahead, you've still got to continue to do the same things, and we didn't quite just get a grasp of the game management side of stuff and dictating the play like we had done till that point. It's proven that we need a change, just try and get like a bit of control back into our play.
Yeah, Lewis Pirri is going to enter the fray. He will replace Freddie Lane, who's not been as busy as he was in the first half. He was a real outlet for Leeds in the first 45 minutes, but he will make his way off and be replaced by Pirri, who traditionally centre forward, has played out wide as well for the 18s, a summer arrival. Part of White got a touch that cleared away. Into the final 15 minutes. If you just joined us here on LUTV, Sheffield United just equalised. Blacker with the goal after Wilson's 60th minute effort. Interesting to see what the Blades do from here. Do they regress? Did they try and go for it? Because clearly they've put Leeds under pressure.
Yeah, and they're feeding off the energy of just winning the first ball, the second ball, playing territory, getting balls into our box, and up until the equalising goal, we've dealt well with all of that.
Yeah, Don Tulson just had the ball slip out of his hands. Almost had flashbacks to throw-ins from the game at Plymouth last night, as he unfortunately just was a bit unlucky. The part of White being backed into, but as strong as you can possibly be as a centre-half, and then got a bit of finesse about him as well. Those two centre-halves have certainly been very busy tonight, Cresswell and Lapata White. I feel their work is yet to be complete either. Here is Crew. Back to that number 6 for Leeds, Lapata White, to Richards. Wilson's now gone out to the wide right. To Pirri. Richards again. Leeds will need to come across here for the cutback. They won't get there though because of the challenge from Prunty. It is going to be a corner.
Your first bit of build-up play with a bit of success on the end of it as well for a long time. And you're right, Wilson has gone to the right hand side. Pirri kind of joined him to link up with the play. If we're going to do that, it's important Max McFadden, as he was doing that occasion, getting into the box, but don't leave him isolated as well.
Keeper would have had a recently easy punch as Wilson went for goal. Crew was about to take an effort as well. Walter and the goalkeeper went for the same ball. That allowed Marley Wilson to hit it with real power. He got hold of that. Would have been close from first viewing that if that had gone all the way through to goal. Wetherington having a word with Charlie Crew. He wants something to change in his team's favour as Jackson Blaze is entering the game, but that looks like it is Ethan Cummings that is making his way off. Jackson Blaze is on. Down the right to Wilson. Tulson. Only one option out wide, so put under pressure. McDonald. Period just strayed offside. Wilson has stayed down here, which Leeds may be forced to play without him. They are still going to try and do so, but looks in some discomfort, holding his lower back. Be caught off the ball while trying to attack for Leeds. No real sympathy from his teammates for now, though. Who clearly feel they can put pressure on the hosts. Wilson is now back on his feet pretty slowly. We're having a word with him in the dressing room tomorrow. Thanks a lot, lads.
Yeah, it's good from our point of view, though. We're good possession, good territory. Not had it for a long time as well.
Littleson takes it away from Waldron. Here is Cresswell. McFadden and Lapata White from Mahady. Leeds are stretching the play a little bit. Wilson not only wasn't helped by left on the floor in a heap, then played a risky pass and couldn't keep it in play into the final 10 minutes of regulation time. Ben's going to have to clear his exceptionally busy schedule to make sure he can perhaps stay with us for the duration, because we are, with the way this game is being played, heading for a slightly longer night as we see McFadden, hopefully that is not a hamstring, chasing down the play. Okiri and Waldron back there just trying to assess, and there's a gel being thrown down the line to McFadden, hopefully just a spot of cramp, but running repairs are being applied. Wilson wants it from Richards, gets it, takes the game by the scruff of the neck himself here. Wilson still going, being pushed to the floor, not enough for a free kick. Here is Mahady. Again, you can always see what tonight what the Blades have done. They've been cutthroat, they've been straight away going down the heart of Leeds' defence, they've been going early, long, putting Leeds on the back foot. They did it there, Leeds couldn't do it on the other side of the halfway line. After 6 or 7 passes, they're back where they started. Cresswell back to Mahady. He rolls it to the right for Lapata White. McFadden got caught in a bit of trouble, still not running with that much freedom. Pace of the game setting in, of course it's a heavy pitch in parts as Charlie Crew's night is over and he will be replaced by Oliver Pickles. It still amuses me to think that Charlie Crew is the elder statesman of this team, and yet he can still play for it, but that's that's the exposure he's had to 21's football. So Leeds have lost officially their most experienced player. He did just drop the head a little bit to show a bit of disappointment that he was coming off the field of play, which shows that competitive edge he has as Richards has possession. Wilson again is hugging the touchline. That pass maybe has to go a bit quicker. You can see that Wilson's asking for it early as he tries to play it into Pickles. And he gives the ball away. So playing into Sheffield United's hands at 1 apiece. Header away from Zapata White. Here's Aston. Tries to pick out the pass. It was there as well. Sheffield United player didn't commit, thankfully. As Blaze will go for goal. And Mahady gets his body behind it. And again, I think he's asking for a bit more of a runner down the right-hand side. It's an out ball they've tried all night, Ben. Mahady frustrated it wasn't on. Yeah,
you can just see again he's trying to just keep the tempo high. But do the right thing. If the ball forward it isn't on, just keep hold of it. Don't need to be giving possession away, because you have to say mistake from both sets of players. That could be game, set and match. So it's important you just do the right things at the right time.
Leeds win a throw. Richards smashing it off the legs of Kiwomya. McDonald takes them on himself. One touch too many. First was just what they needed. He went back to beat them again. As Mahady goes further left to Cresswell. Would it be a worry for Rob Everington, Ben, that chances have dried up ever so slightly?
Yeah, Evan, we're just not making the right decision on the ball, whether it's the pass, whether to keep hold of it. And we had that quite a lot of the times leading up to this moment, so it's important when you're getting tired. That's like a bit tired mindsets. You make the wrong decisions on the ball. It's only natural to do that. But when you are getting tired, again, go back to the simple things. Do the simple things well, and hopefully the spaces will appear, and it's over to the players then to have the technical ability to take those chances.
Cresswell down the line. Leeds will win a throw. McFadden, Pickles making a run forward. Into Chadwick. Lazy pass. It's tired in that midfield from Leeds. They'll win a free kick with Blaze. Fouling Chadwick. Here's McFadden. Waldron read that very well. He realised Leeds were looking short. Here's Richards, the architect of that first goal. Gets a push to the floor. Wilson appealing for a free kick. Leeds will get it. Silly really from Mackay Horton Paris. Leeds can send forward these bigger frames of Rubens Lapata White and Alfie Cresswell. They're taken short over Cresswell's head. Beyond Tulson. Pickles will go for it. Keeper's fought into a save. It might not fully go out of play. Pirri. Leeds, can they go for it here? McFadden making it harder for himself. Deflected into the keeper's hands. Pickles then he made a name for himself. 87 gone, one apiece.
Oh, what a strike, what technique. I'm thinking, don't shoot there, it's going to open row Z, but what do I know? Unbelievable technique. Unfortunately, just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Good save in the end. Nearly a special goal to win a game.
Heavy touch from McDonald as well. And we have another change. That will be Arlo Cuthbert. And Francis is the one that makes way. As we get to this stage of the competition of this match, tiredness, that's where the bigger benches are needed. Here we get a replay of that effort from Pickles, and he forced Andrews to stretch as far as possible. Potential chance here, miss-hit from Richards. We've got an old school in Arlo Cuthbert. The shirt's tucked in. Rolling back the ears.
I like to see that.
Got black boots as well. Gone back about 30 years here, Ben. Leeds will hope he has very few touches of possession. Throw-in not dealt with by Leeds. It will be now by Mahady. Immediately wants to get rid of that ball because McDonald is away. Only for a split second. Punty should win a throw, and he will do. Tolson tries to squeeze it through a gap that was not there. Lapata White. We're trying to get to it. Pirri wins it back for Leeds. Now, can he look over his shoulder to Wilson? He can't, but he can pick out McDonald. McDonald, the pass to Pirri, perhaps his own. He just can't get it to him. Forced wide by Waldron, who just picked the pocket, got it away from trouble. And into the last minute of regulation time. It's anyone's game to go and win. Cuthbert has made a bit of a name for himself with a bit of busy action up front, and he's still going, the youngster. Richards is going to cover, though, and will win a goal kick.
I think it's the last thing you need as a defender as well. A lively striker coming onto the pitch. That's what's happened. So, yeah, your legs are a bit tired. It's important you get in just the right position and you cover each other as well. You don't leave want another isolated 1v1 duels, you keep compact, keep defending as a unit.
Good header away. Leeds get the throw. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Back into McFadden. Wide it goes. Wilson collects. Great feet from Wilson. Tried to prod it forward. Then couldn't turn the ricochet Leeds' way either.
Needs to be careful there, just
Toulson in a bit of bother. Puts his arms out to say he didn't do anything wrong while making his way back to the halfway line. And the last couple of minutes left here at Bramall Lane, it would appear. We are going to end level. Or will we? Okiri lays it off. Blaze goes for it. Cresswell gets there. Toulson plays it forward to Pirri, who's just out-muscled. Leeds get it back. Pirri, can he get it wide? Chadwick, McDonald's trying to race away. Pirri couldn't loft it over Waldron. It will be a throw. Cresswell, pass sliced away from Richards. Toulson beaten to the ball. Waldron has had his number the last few times. Of course, he has to be a bit careful, Toulson, on that card. So does McFadden as goal scorer Blacker is on his way forward, cuts it back. It's going to just whistle past the post. Leeds United nearly conceding at the death. 93 minutes. And now, with that chance going wide, you want to see the game and the whistle blow up.
You certainly do. Hearts in the mouth stuff. You just think it's going to trickle the other side of the post. And that would have been game, set and match.
Cuthbert flicks it round towards Kiwomya. Toulson went for the clearance down the line towards McDonald. Akiri all over him. No foul though, according to the officials. Akiri stronger. Here's Waldron. Sheffield United are really feeling this. They think they can get the winner. Kiwomya, Cresswell heads it clear. McFadden got a nudge. They're not happy at Bramall Lane. As Mahady, for some reason, has run past every single player to get the ball. Did you like playing in goal?
Let me tell you a little thing about Rory. What a great guy he is. He's energetic. He's lively. He's a great person to have around as well. But just calm down, Rory. What are you doing?
I mean, I love the zest to go and get the ball back to try and take a quick free kick to win it, but it's not happening. It's 2 players down.
He's just made that run for no reason now. A couple of players getting the treatment well from our perspective, getting the fluids on board, and this is where the fitness kicks in. This is where you do your conditioning, not only pre-season but throughout. Got a fantastic sports science team. But these are the moments where you just got to dig in, you've got to grind it out. It's a heavy pitch, it's bobbly, it's not ideal. This is where you drag each other through it.
So the players making their way off, those that had the treatment. might get one attack, as there were still 50 seconds left. We won't get a last attack because Ruben Lapata-White, after stretching off that leg injury, clears the ball out for a throw. So one apiece. This scrappy, tenacious cup clash at Bramall Lane has been very tough to split the two teams. Leeds might have one last roll of the dice here as Chadwick. Wilson in an area where Leeds want him with the left back out of position. He turns back, looks into the area, cross is deflected. It'll fall into Blaze, and there goes the whistle. This tie is going to go. The real frustration for Leeds into some added time for the extra time. Rob Etherington and his coaching team are preparing the players for it. We'll be back for you on the LUTV coverage in a few minutes' time. Welcome back then to LUTV's coverage. That rousing talk from Coach Rob Etherington to the players as we wait for extra time to start, and we wait for Marley Wilson to change his, well, in theory, perhaps boot. He's thrown off the right boot. The goal scorer, he used that very boot to score the first goal, but we had an equaliser from Billy Blacker, who's now scored in 3 consecutive FA Youth Cup ties for Sheffield United. Congratulations to him. Very annoying, but congratulations to him. And this competition, very prestigious. The elite for this under-18 level. Leeds had kept clean sheets against Norwich and Brighton, and this game you always felt was going to be quite gritty, and it will need to be that as we have the handshakes for extra time. I think Toulson and Waldron have enjoyed their duel at left back, at right back, and we've got to get a big test of character for either side. Who wants it more? Who can find a way? Who can stay composed? 30 minutes to find out. or more.
Or more, but I'm sure everyone connected in a Leeds shirt would have seen the game last night, and that's the blueprint to go about the extra time period. Yeah, of course it helps bringing the firepower off the bench that the first team had last night, but it's about starting well, doing basics well, and realising there's no more chances after tonight, and the carrot's there to get through deep into the FA Youth Cup. You never know as a young player when you might get the opportunity to play in this competition again, and a home tie, Ellen Road, Liverpool's opponents. That's the end goal for these lads.
Yeah, nice bit of music to start us off at the start of the second half. Sheffield United with an early throw. Cresswell's trying to bail out his teammates in Lapata White, and he does. Jay Long came on for Sheffield United, by the way, in the 14 jersey as extra time started. Leeds have gone with Mahady, Richards, Tulson, Cresswell, Lapata White, Chadwick, Wilson, McFadden, McDonald, Pickles and Pirrie at the start of this second phase of the game, as Cuthbert had ball there against Blacker. Perhaps it's Scott Scrappy, referee didn't spot it. Well, Cuthbert had a chance, Black had another chance. They get a corner, the Blades.
Yeah, and again, it's what we've seen in the first 90 plus minutes, that balls into the box, long throws, crosses, open play, corner kick, free kicks from out wide, and when you're tired as a defender, that's the last thing you need.
Ball in. Mahady watches it wide. It'll be a goal kick, and Venomous past that. Mahady again wants to take it quickly. Here is McDonald. McFadden scored a brace in the last game against Brighton. Out to Wilson, who's got 3 goals in the competition now. He floats the ball to the far post for Pickles. He tries to put it back in the area. Pirrie unable to get to that as Andrews collects. The play's coming forward. Still going. Wilson picks a tidy enough pass out to Richards, who gets the cross wrong. Keeper had a bit of a panic. Didn't exactly deal with that, the goalkeeper. All that matters is it is a goal kick. No surprise, Ben. 3 minutes in. Still as competitive as it has been for the first 90.
Yeah, it has, and you'll expect more mistakes just creeping in, because I've been there in the FA Youth Cup. Twice went into extra time. No fun on the legs, let me tell you that.
Blades just take a bit of sting out of the game. Of course, they'll be just as tired as well. Chadwick, great deception on that pass. Shaped if it's going to go back to right back Richards. The part of White to Wilson. Wilson spins away. Just didn't need to make that second touch. There's a gap here forming for Blacker. Running through. Cresswell goes to ground with a good challenge. Mahady gets up. Somehow adjusted his body. Looked like he's committed too early. He gets up to Pat Cresswell on the backside, because those two have saved Leeds United. And all the way through this game, the Blades have gone down the heart of the centre halves. That's where they've had the joy. They did it again, but Leeds had enough. Here's McDonald, cut back to Pirrie perhaps. That was the plan. He executed it sadly a little bit too far backwards, and it's at the end of the pitch with Cresswell recovering and having a breather.
That was a big save from Mahady. But it just stemmed from Wilson giving the ball away again. Just needs to simplify his game because he's getting the ball plenty of time. That's where you want him, but he just needs to keep hold of it, make the right decision. Turned it over. Big chance for Sheffield United, and even bigger save from Rory Mahady.
Wilson going again, slips, does get up off the canvas to recover possession, which is telling him to keep it. He's come off a bit second best there as Wilson and grimacing in pain. Cresswell switches the play. Here's McFadden. Back to Lopata White, and Mahady telling his centre half where to go. Goffborough alert and awaiting. Interception from Toulson, taking them forward himself. Nutmeg from Pickles. Part White gets caught on the ball. Here is Goffborough, wants a helping hand. Leeds, though, tiredly play it out for a throw. Sheffield United on the attack, this time with Jackson Blaze, a second half sub. Waldron. It's all got very scrappy out there again, but it's only suiting one team. Okiri. Floating ball in. Nobody there. Goffborough he's going to finish, but he is offside. And Leeds' defenders were split. And he has been a nuisance since stepping off the bench. And Leeds' defenders in particular, Ben, are looking very, very tired.
Yeah, in the end, I think the referee's given a free kick. I'm not too sure why, but the bottom line is that the call got disallowed, got away with one. You can just say, as you mentioned, tired bodies, tired minds. As we keep on saying, got to dig in now.
Down the line, McFadden. Near post Pirri, no one else in there. It'll be a different story 10 minutes in. Players having the energy. Not to be on this occasion. 98 gone. Sheffield United 1, Leeds United 1. Again, the reward is Liverpool at home for either of these two teams who win. Both teams appealing for the throw. Leeds do not get the call. Toulson, as the skipper, gets the armband back on the left arm. Makes his way back in to position. Not for the first time. Waldron will take as many steps as he actually wants to move further forward. It's been a good tactic from the Blades. They've been very effective all night. Certainly proven as an academy they can produce a very competitive team. And they've made Leeds work for everything and deserve to be in this stage extra time, which is not an unfair result to say the least. Referee is unhappy at something. Chadwick and the number 4, which is Zayn Tahir, coming to blows. Waldron with a throw. Tahir underneath it, flick on header. Okiri got his head to it as well. Mahady straight away trying to launch an attack. Wilson brings it under control. Sheffield United clear out for a throw. Richards back to Lapata White. Ball just sticking a little bit as he went to Cresswell. Here is Mahady. Round the back for Richards. And across to Cresswell. Striding out of defence, trying to lead here, Cresswell. Pass hits a teammate accidentally. The Blades may even keep this in play, they will. That'll be, it should be. I thought it was a Leeds throw, but it's been given the other way. We've been saying earlier that Liverpool will be the winners, will be the visitors of the winner of this time. It looks like our first team will be heading to West London as Chelsea are leading by 3-0 in their FA Cup tie, and there's still half an hour left in that, but just to give you a spot of live action, it would appear that is where the group are on their way. We hope there's another cup tie to celebrate here and beyond. The 21s are still in the Premier League Cup, just a treble of cups, not asking much, as Wilson uses the strength, got the skill as well to get away, close control. Chadwick carries it forward, leads for the first time of Sheffield United stretch. Pirri uses the decoy runner, still going, tame effort, easy save for Ryan Andrews. Only one option for Pirri once he went left. Ben, was that the right call for you to go left? Should he have waited?
Yes, obviously hindsight leaves it down the right hand side, but at least a bit of positive play. That occasion Wilson does use his trickery and has the end product of keeping the ball. It's such a big difference when we're able to do that. It just enables the team just to push up the pitch. Yeah, Pirri, as a striker, you want to get your shot away, of course. Never want to take away from that.
Cresswell to Wilson. Got space, but this is not where Leeds want their number 9. Yes, he's gone out wide to play on the wing with Pirri's introduction, but as the goal scorer, the most attacking player in the team, just hovering in midfield with no real outlet, Leeds will look to make that a sparing part of this game as Richards, McFadden. Maybe the Blades starting to feel the pace. Yes, they've made changes as well, but they've just sat back a little bit. Just a few minutes left of extra time. Mahady, wide to Toulson. Toulson to Pickles. To McDonald. Toulson had carried on his run. Force wide. Sheffield United player got a touch. Toulson keeps it alive. Waldron will just go with the clearance for territory. And McFadden heads it forward. Leeds, can they create something here? Chadwick. It's all rather methodical and patient, this from Rob Etherington's team. McDonald opens up for a shot. Tests the keeper, but still a relatively easy save as Josh McDonald, perhaps feeling the pace of the game himself, hobbling away as Pirri has to make his way out to the left wing. Cresswell watches that like a hawk, brings it away from trouble to Toulson. For a while, Ben, this is the most comfortable Leeds have looked on the ball. Is that a mix of taking their time, Sheffield United flagging?
Yeah, a bit of both, I'd say.
Wilson to McFadden. To Chadwick. Here's Pickles. Toulson sets off on his way of an overlapping run. Ball into the box for Richards. Overhit. Was never going to get touched to that. That should take us into half time by the looks of things, where this goalkeeper takes his time with it. Blades with Waldron. Wakiri over the top down the line. Cresswell has work to do. Stretches out to beat Cuthbert. Gets fouled for his troubles. And there is half time, so a quick team talk needed from Rob Etherington and his coaching team. Energy gels galore, I suspect, with 15 minutes left. And still, the more this game goes on, the more poised it gets and less to split them.
And it's always one of those occasions somewhere you're almost sacrificing, pushing for the winning goal because you don't want to make a mistake, and then the game just peters out in a way. But yeah, 15 minutes, got to just rally each other, take fluids on board. The medical team department, this is where they really do earn the money, and you're just hoping for a moment of brilliance from somebody.
Yep.
Take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, so the coaching team, one last instruction. We can join us in a few minutes' time, then we'll be back. Quick drink break for us. Sheffield United 1, Leeds United 1 into the second half of extra time. Team talks over then as we wait for the second half of extra time, and we wait for the kickoff from Lewis Pirrie. And what has been a tiresome affair. They're so leggy out there, some of those players, those that have started. You've got the Richards, Toulson, Cresswell, Laporta, White, Chadwick, Wilson, McFadden, McDonald. The two subs in Pickles and Pirrie. And Sheffield United have added 3 subs of their own. We have 15 minutes. Or do we? Do we have the extra and the extra penalty shootout as Leeds get this underway? Etherington's team talk was to try and get the players G'd up as Leeds were an early free kick. McDonald is caught and he's in some discomfort there, a bit of a dead leg as Waldron didn't exactly miss. So 1 apiece spent. If we're to unlock this spirited home team, what will it need?
Well, we showed good signs towards the end of the first period in extra time, keeping the ball, making Sheffield United move around the pitch. Yeah, we didn't create a clear-cut scoring opportunity, but just more of the same. Try and grind them down the final 15, and hopefully that'll unlock a big chance to come our way.
Pirrie to chase down the back pass. Richards takes it from Cuthbert. Might even keep going here. Doesn't have much choice. The space has gone from him. Blades do well to get out of trouble. That was with Jay Long. Into Aston. He floats it wide to Waldron. Plenty of space. Maybe too much space. Header comes in. Mahady claws it Has to dive to his left-hand side. Tremendous save. That's not the first time tonight he's been going one way and have to go across the other. It's quite a shy thumbs up from the goalkeeper. He's kept his team in the match. That header was going in and he had to dive to his left-hand side. He loves the camera saves. They're very effective.
Yeah, this one was the best one of the lot. He's still moving to his right-hand side as the header's coming in. Good, strong left hand.
Yeah, he should be watching that back. It's a great save. Not called upon there as the ball will fall to Blaze. Leeds to be careful to not give a penalty away as Lapata White flies in. Mahady watches it, but he's been as commanding as he possibly can at the back. He's gone a bit early with the pass. The pass further wide was on as well. Lapata White just takes the ball from Cuthbert, uses that strength of his. Lack of support for Piri up front. So Waldron clears. Blacker was offside. Cresswell tries to get Cuthbert out of his way. McFadden to Piri. Layoff was poor. Great feet from the ref. Keeps the game ticking over. Blacker to a more central striker sort of spot in this second half. And in extra time, as the goal scorer, why not? But he gives away a free kick for a foul. A relatively easy one for the official to give. So this Yorkshire derby has 12 minutes left of extra time. Again, it's patient from Leeds, but the Blades look quite happy with this. It's not as if they're doing much damage, Leeds. They're knocking it around the back four, they're keeping it. When they go long, they try to react, as they've done so here, offside. So where Leeds are at, Sheffield United are quite happy for it.
Yeah, I just think physically both sets of players just can't have that high press, so naturally just going to have mid to low blocks on both sets of teams, and that's going to be even more difficult to create an opportunity. But whilst you can pass the ball around the back, do so, but do it at tempo as well.
Another foul from Blacker. Mahady was looking for Wilson, headed away by Horton Paris. Back from Tolson. Well, got a bit slow and lethargic out there, which I guess you can't exactly blame them for 110 minutes of non-stop action, of refusing to give each other an inch of freedom. They've worked so hard, these players, to get themselves in front. Pickles, Richards, it's an inch away from his toe to then square it. Here is Piri. Wide to Pickles again, who's shown a few classy touches since stepping off the bench. Can he be the architect for a goal? As Lapata White to Tolson, over the top to Piri. Piri offside, and that's another familiar path for Leeds. A few occasions that he's gone forward, he has been flagged.
Yeah, I don't think it was Piri who was offside. It was the right back, Joe Richards, really advanced, and he's left the balls. You see them occasions where if he's not touched it, play can continue.
Apparently it can't.
On this occasion it can't.
But I hear you. I get your suggestion and hear it loud and clear. Would have been a frustration for Leeds, I'm sure, as the ball is Headed away by Leeds to Wilson. Allowed Horton Paris to get to this. And he's still going. Cross is coming in. Mahady as the left back. He would have been out of position if Leeds can go out to that wing. Here is Pickles. Towards McFadden. Sorry, towards McDonald. He is pushed to the ground, but it was already going over. Sheffield United have managed to get on the front foot forward towards Cuthbert. Mahady covers. Toulson sticks out the leg. Had he had a shout, he could have controlled that and cleared, but safety first in extra time of an FA Youth Cup tie away at Sheffield United. Taking their time with the throw. Wilson appeals from the home team that should have been a free kick. Wilson carries on. He's taken down. Here's Chadwick. Pirry's going one side. They've gone the other. Pirry, can he get to it? He goes to ground. There'll be no penalty. There'll be a free kick the other side. And hindsight again is ace for us to have. Replays are even better. Bigger view of the pitch than the man running forward that tried to play in McFadden when the easier pass was to the man in front of him in Pirry.
And Chadwick, he wish he had this back because Wilson does ever so well. And the counter-attack's on. It's 3v3. He's tried to play the pass to the left. Doesn't need it. The option's to the right. Just make the wrong decision when you're tired.
Yes, the man down is Sam Aston. He's played on both flanks for Sheffield United tonight. He's run himself ragged out there as well. No wonder he's slow to get to his feet. Cresswell against Blacker. He's been a thorn in Leeds' side all night. He's been a thorn in anyone's side that Sheffield United have played in the FA Youth Cup. As I said earlier, 3 goals, keeps the ball, wins his team possession high up the pitch. No rush again from the Blades, who have just eased off since taking the game back to their advantage with the equalising goal. This corner will present them a chance to do a bit more attacking. Could confuse this area of the shot we're getting here on LUTV for a beach in some parts. As he gets a decent enough purchase on it. Leeds underneath it. Wilson gets a slight nudge. Pirry have to be careful. So do a couple of other players. Wilson turns it back across. Yakiri goes for goal. It's over the top. Marty Wilson has cramp. Just by him just trying to help out, nearly caused Leeds a few problems. Kicked it the wrong way. Yeah,
it's them awkward situations when the ball just doesn't fall nice to you to clear and it's ricocheting around in the penalty area. You're just trying to get a little touch on it. Nearly went against us then. So Mahady gets the ball down. Wilson smashes it off Waldron, who concedes a throw into the final 4 and a bit minutes of the extra time. There's been very, very little to split these two since the game kicked off at 7 o'clock, or just after, thanks to a slight delay. It's almost fitting that it's decided on penalties, but I think we get to that stage where we are biased, and I would love a late goal,
we're getting to the stage where the game should be decided on penalties. I think both teams have deserved to get there, don't you?
I agree where I'll get what you're trying to say. This ball comes into the box aimlessly into Rory Mahadi's hands. But I think you're just a little bit upset that Mrs. Hill's not made some tea for you tonight.
No, she's very unhappy, Adelaide. It's part of the job. And I will do it with honour as Leeds United attack with Peary. He's forced a throw. He's done very well. Leeds are not that interested in taking it quickly. Here on the front foot, here's McFadden. Out to Chadwick. Richards. Wilson. Leeds, can they up the ante a little bit? The Blades sitting back. Here's Tulson, shaping like he might go for a shot. Out to McDonald. McDonald, two Sheffield United players go for the same ball. Goes across, deflected. There is Pickles, it's blocked. Sheffield United get there somehow. This game is still at one apiece. And with a goal at his mercy, Pickles turned it goalwards. And somehow a Sheffield United player's got his body in the way. Now they're on the attack. Heavy pass forward. Mahadi gives everybody the shout. That was the chance, Ben.
Yep, it certainly was. Goal at his mercy, and he's just hit it into the floor. If he's hit it straight to hit back of the net, I don't think Sheffield United are getting a block on that. And Pickles, who's done well since he's come on, technically he's looked well. What a chance to win the game at the depth.
Yeah, what a block from Horton Paris. I was just about to say, is this the start of time where you bring on any penalty specialist you've got, whether there's anybody in either young academy that feels they've got what it takes to score from a shootout? We have the part-time physios taking instructions from the current actual real physios, as whatever they're drinking is clearly disgusting. Not seen anyone's face like that for a while, Ben.
Yeah, don't pass me one of those, Tom.
I mean, whatever Josh McDonald has just drunk, I don't want it.
No,
I'll never need it. I'm not in the athletic shape that he is to need a juice for cramp, but that's why I sit here and he stands there.
Yeah, I'd rather be here. Much rather be here than drinking some of that.
That was clearly unsettling. The game is back underway. We have a minute of stoppage time left before it's time for a penalty shootout. Here is Lapata White. Can Leeds create one final chance? An overhit pass like that is unlikely, but we should get a little bit perhaps of stoppage time due to that break there. Here is Jaden Prunty. Waldron down the line. It's a pass that Cresswell thought about coming to try and win. Doesn't do so. Pickles gets his body in the way. Cuthbert standing their ground. Not one of them, but two of those players in Leeds colours. McFadden. Blazers got there. Chadwick flying across into the middle for Jay Long. Getting through a gap. Cresswell standing off Akiri. It'll fall towards the midfielder, the goal scorer Billy Blacker, who slips, and now he has cramp. Just the 1 minute. Tulson again continues his physiotherapy work on the pitch. Now Blacker might have calf in the other leg. Can't get rid of it. Leeds are continuing anyway, much to the disgust of the home fans and the home team. The referee is happy with it. Richards down the line to Wilson. Leeds need a bit more space. Need him in a bit more space. He's taken off the ball. As the referee looks back down the pitch, he's going to stop it to allow the physios to help Blacker out. And this never-ending game continues to never end.
I do love extra time. 2 in 2 days.
That's very true. You've just suddenly flashed that back to me. You just love it here. What else would you be doing with your midweek nights?
Exactly. What would I be doing? Yeah, not a Love Island fan. I know you are, Tom. You're a massive fan of Love Island. Catch up with every night, but not for me. I'd rather be here.
Ah, dear. Here we are, a few seconds away from penalties, thank goodness. As you start to think about the players that might want to take it, of course, Marley Wilson will throw himself, you'd think, as the number 9 for this team. And then you get the debate. We hope there is no debate. We hope there's Leeds with a convincing win in penalty shootouts, but it's often, does the best taker take them first? Do they go last? As Mahady is just going to moan at the fact that Blacker is still down and wanting treatment. He just wants to run around.
Yeah, it must be cold. It's a cold evening.
He thought, I'd run over, have a moan, run back. And of course, anything he can do to get in the heads of these Sheffield United players. I mean, the way that Blacker's walking off the pitch suggests that he'll have to muster up as much energy as possible to take a spot kick. He scored 3 goals in the competition. You'd like to think, for their perspective, he'll be wanting to take one. As here is Cresswell. McDonald. Do we have any last-minute drama? McDonald was the last creator of the last chance for Leeds. He's run into a Sheffield United wall. And there is the whistle to end extra time. Penalties are on the way in the FA Youth Cup. The 2 sets of players will have to get rid of the cramp, go through the order, get the pen and paper out to see who will take them. And we have the dreaded shootout coming next in a few minutes' time here on LUTV. Penalty shootout it is then at Bramall Lane. Leeds United's opening goal coming on the hour mark with Wilson. Blacker cancelling it out 14 minutes later after a real spell of domination for the Blades, possibly their best of their entire game. And it's been cagey, it's been tight. It was always probably going to be that way after you watch the first 10 or 15 minutes. They had kept clean sheets in every tie, both teams beforehand, with Norwich and Brighton unable to score past Leeds, who put 6 past those 2 in the collective ties. Sheffield United beat Wimbledon and Cheltenham 1-0 in both of their games to reach this stage. So defences rule. Which goalkeeper will rule is the question to answer in the next few minutes. We hope it is the energetic Rory Mahady in Leeds United colours, who started to lead the team talk before we got to penalties. They're going to pick which end. Of course, only being a Youth Cup tie, there's no dreaded opposition end to face. But it is still a development moment. Ben Parker sat alongside me. For some, perhaps a first penalty shootout. You never know across their young careers what level they've had to get to. You learn a lot about yourself in this situation. We hope we learn as winners tonight.
Yeah, and crossing over to the penalty expert that I am, Tom, thank you for that. 1 penalty out of 1 I scored. Under 14s might have been it, but doesn't matter. It's all
Remember the opponent?
Bayern Munich.
Oh, got to drop that in.
Well, you asked the question. You asked the question,
it.
so it's yeah. I didn't want to talk about it too much, but there we go. But it's all about these boys in picture now. It's about the mindset. They're so tired, and mentally, pick your spot, trust your technique, and then if your goalkeeper can pull a couple of saves out as well, even better. But yeah, nerve-wracking moments, tense moments. You can just see there, Dan Tolson is like a school teacher.
Yeah. I think Marley Wilson's second. Richards is towards the end. He hasn't pointed it himself yet. So we shall see. So both keepers, Ryan Andrews and Rory Mahady, will make their way to the goal that has been decided. Is the reason they haven't pointed it himself is because he's taken the first one. Captain Dan Tulson makes his way forward to take the first spot kick for Leeds United's under-18s. The local fans that have been as noisy as they can be are trying to put him off, and Ryan Andrews will be the one in goal to face him. So the captain wants to take responsibility for the group. As we said earlier, a couple of appearances for the 21s in recent weeks. He will re-spot the ball, and it will be his left foot to try and fire Leeds United into the lead. Steps up, slots it home, nice and simple. Ben Parker-esque, left-footed into the bottom corner. Leeds 1-0 up.
Cool, calm, collected. That's what you wanted from your skipper. First stop, puts pressure straight back onto Sheffield United.
Certainly does, and just settles the nerves a little bit as Rory Mahady will await the first kick taker. Andrews has tried to give them a world of encouragement. It is Aston in the number 7 jersey for the Blades. Played the full 120 minutes. Likely to be right-footed. Mahady poised, waiting. Centre of his goal, not much movement. Aston drops the shoulder, slots it into the corner. It's one apiece.
Again, another cool, calm penalty. Just waits for Mahady just go to his right-hand side, puts it the opposite way. 2 good penalties to start with.
Yeah, Mahady wants the ball in his hands again because he wants to become a motivator to whoever is up next, which, if Tulson's pointing was correct, it will be someone else before Marley Wilson, and that is McFadden that he was pointing to. So he scored a brace against Brighton to get Leeds to this round, or to help them. Can he help them in the penalty shootout in this round? Put the ball down. Andrews ready. Whistle has gone. McFadden, even more convincing as the players behind the goal. There's a few that are trying to unsettle him. McFadden shushes them, so we do have a bit of atmosphere behind the goal to do with Ben. Thankfully, McFadden's right boot dealt with it.
Yeah, great composure, good technique, always in control of the situation. That's what you want from the penalty taker. Don't be put off by the antics of a goalkeeper or the few behind the goal.
Yeah, so taking this is Blacker, looking for his 4th goal in the competition. Short run up, convincing, slots it home. 2-2.
Yep.
I bet he wishes he could play in this competition every week.
It's one of those as well. He just went down with cramp on the stroke of the full-time whistle. But every penalty kick has gone to that side. As a goalkeeper, do you change it up? Do you stick to what you've planned?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? If you're a player that perhaps never changes your spot, as Marley Wilson steps up, do you change it? He's obviously having to try and dig it out. McFadden put it further forward on the spot. Wilson, though, is happy with it. Looks down at the ball. Marley Wilson scored the first goal in the game. He doesn't get a second. Tame penalty. Easy for Ryan Andrews. First miss in the shootout. He's Leeds United's number 9.
Yeah, no power behind it from Wilson. You'd have backed him as a confident player in these situations. Tried to watch the goalkeeper at the same time, but gets the right way. Comfortable save in the end.
Yeah, he did go that opposite corner, Ben. He did what you said would perhaps happen. Here is Jackson Blaze to give Sheffield United the advantage in the shootout. Looks like he's going to go for power. He stops. It's easy save, exactly mirror image of the save which has just denied Marley Wilson. Mahady guesses right, it's 2 apiece.
And this is where the pressure's on for the players taking the spot kicks. Tried to do a little stutter run. Mahady's already going to his right. Another comfortable save for the Leeds keeper this time, but a big one.
Number 18 is Lewis Peary. for Leeds United. He's just watched a teammate miss. Thankfully, he's also watched another for Sheffield United miss. The referee is checking every millimetre. He's not happy that the ball's not on the spot. He's happy enough with it now, but it does dip into a little divot. Far from ideal for Lewis Pirrie, who will look to give Leeds the lead in the shootout. Against Andrews, will step up, left-footed, power away from the goalkeeper. Beautiful penalty. It's 2-3.
Yeah, it's a great penalty. Where the pressure's been on, the goalkeeper's got you back into the shootout. Get that little advantage yet again.
This will be Jayden Prunty, centre-half, who had a cracking game for Sheffield United in extra time and the 90, having to rub the hips to calm himself down. What does he have up his locker? Up his sleeve, should I say, in his locker. Steps up right-footed through the middle. Mahady has a quick word and some friendly banter as he slots his team back level, 3-3.
Yeah, even if Mahady went the correct way, I don't think he's getting that high into the corner. Good penalty.
Chadwick for Leeds United. Reece Chadwick, number 8 jersey, to take the 5th spot kick at Bramall Lane against Ryan Andrews in the Sheffield United goal. Steps up, bottom corner, perfectly positioned. Tells Mahady to calm it down. It's on the goalkeeper to try and win it with this next effort. 3-4 it is.
Can just say in his little reaction, celebration, cool, calm. The pressure is on now. Need a big save and win it.
Horton Paris to take Sheffield United's 5th spot kick. Mahady, as a goalkeeper, surely you dream of this moment, to be the hero in a penalty shootout. In the FA Youth Cup, doesn't come much bigger for under 18s player. Another quick fire run up from the left back. Mahady gets across, just can't tip it away. His reaction tells you everything. It's 4-4.
It was there as well. He guessed correct, held his position, did Rory Mahady. Decent height for him and just evades him at the split crucial moment. Sudden death we go.
Yeah. Ben, he's never going to get home as Josh McDonald prepares to take the 6th spot kick and 11th of the night. Again, referee is happy. McDonald, another one that played the full match. Tired legs against Andrews, hoping to give Leeds another advantage. Fired home. Could not have put it any more in the corner. Andrews guessed right as well. Heart in mouth moment. Not for that young man. Josh McDonald, take a bow.
The keeper's gone the right way. It still can't get near it. Just shows you the quality of the player and the quality of the penalty as well. Fantastic.
Yeah, very calmly just plonks the ball down to allow Seth Okiri to take this latest spot kick for Sheffield United. He isn't interested in the slight divot at Bramall Lane. He wants to hit this. It's another short run up from a centre half. Mahady is poised. Mahady saves down to his right hand side. The goalkeeper saves the day. Leeds United progress in the FA Youth Cup and the goalkeeper gets his moment. Leeds celebrates. It is Liverpool next up. A penalty shootout win at Bramall Lane.
Come on, Tom, we're on the pitch. Let's get involved in these celebrations. Fantastic from Rory Mahady there. Kept his cool, kept his calm, composure. Guessed the right way. Fantastic scenes from the Leeds players.
Mahady gets his moments in the spotlight. Not many goalkeepers can do a knee slide on a pitch. He had to wait for a penalty shootout. Marley Wilson gives him a kiss. I think he missed in the shootout, but down to his right hand side, got his body behind it, made sure it didn't creep under, and there he is to celebrate. Leeds United held in the 90 minutes. Wilson's goal cancelled out. Nerve-wracking, tired extra time spell. The spot kicks, Tulson, McFadden, Peary, Chadwick, McDonald, a miss from Wilson, Mahady making 2 saves. It's been an entertaining night. It's been a hard-working night here on LUTV. And Ben Parker again going through the motions after extra time, but thankfully it's all smiles yet again for us here on LUTV as Rob Etherington braces his goalkeeper, celebrates. We can look forward to Liverpool in the next round. Thank you again for joining us here on LUTV.
Score for Leeds, number 8, Billy Blacker.